targets depending on how many are there, and that should clear the room of most, if not all, people.
Also worth noting that the number of enemies that you can mark depends on what pistol you're holding and how many times you've upgraded that pistol.
That's true.
So the weapon that Archer is using
on the
is
left.
a 5.7, which I believe is 9mm, and when you fully upgrade that, it gives you a total of 4 marks?
It's 4 marks, yes.
4 marks.
Which is the most you can get for any weapon in the game.
Yep. And it's also very accurate. It lacks a little bit of stopping power, but it is a great pistol.
But then why are you shooting them in the chest?
Exactly. Stopping power. If you need to really kill someone who knows you're there, just use your rifle. My pistol is some sort of M9 variant, fully upgraded as 3 marks. Between us, we have 7.
That means we can take out 7 guards with 1 execute, as long as we have them all in range. You might have noticed that we're in kind of different areas right now. I was just taking out a guy who's always there. He really poses little to no threat, even if he notices that you're there. What 18 Seconds was doing is he was going up to our objective, which is just to pick up the Rolodex of contacts that Lisovsky has. And we're just, doing a little bit of anti-criminal kind of stuff. Not really a huge deal. It'll also tell us a bit about who might be buying those weapons that he's brokering.
Okay, so in this part, our strategy is typically to have one person jump up on the pipe while the other person drags this first guard over the railing, as you're seeing Kestrel doing now. From the position on the pipe, as Archer is on the left-hand side of the screen, you can mark and execute 3 targets, and the other person doesn't have to get involved whatsoever. There are only 3 enemies in this room, and a few hookers.
Sorry, yeah. The hookers are not dead. They're kind of lying on the beds, but I think they're drugged.
They're either sleeping or on drugs.
We decided on the drugs, I think, is what we did. Anyways, just a note, since I've always been the guy on the pipe, there are 3 guys in a room, but one of them moves out of the room very quickly after you enter. So you need to make sure that all happens quickly, or else you're going to have a guy in this section over here who probably knows you're there and is kind of scared.
Alright, so we're going to drop down that guy from the pipe and punch him in the throat. Now this next part, there is quite a few guards, but there are 2 points of entrance, which allows us to split up and double our effectiveness. So I'm going to go in the door that you saw, that you see the Kestrel went in, and Archer's going to go around the back way. So we're going to mark up some targets just so we know where they are. As you've probably noticed already, the arrows that are over guards' heads are visible even without sonar through walls and doors.
And that's really useful. So even if you don't have an execute, you can still mark up all the targets you see to make sure that you can continue to see them and spot them if they're trying to sneak up on you.
Very good to do.
I'm going to take a kill of opportunity here against this guy. I don't think I've ever actually seen him walk over there, but he was in darkness and I'm using a silence weapon, so it's very, very safe for me to take him out.
So once we've got our targets marked up and we've got all 3 of them visible, as indicated by the red arrows, we take the execute.
Yeah.
And 4 targets down.
Wunderbar.
So the only thing you have to do next is hop up into the next room. You can go either by the stairs or the cool way, which is the way
I want to make a note. You've seen us jump through a lot of windows in this game, and you might not have noticed that all of them were already broken. It will still allow you to jump through an unbroken window, but it'll make a huge amount of noise, and everyone will be very, very upset.
So the next room, 1 lethal target, 1 interrogation target.
The guy on the left will be going for the interrogation target. The guy on the right will be taking out the lethal target.
There you go. So, a little cutscene.
This is Lisovsky, by the way.
You want to explain some of the goings-on in this cutscene? Because I don't really know the story.
Okay, as far as I know, basically Lisovsky sells little girls and drugs and is a very, very bad man. He is selling, or brokering, a weapons deal between the Russian military and the black market. And we're using one of our criminal contacts, Andrew Kobin, to try to get him out of that right now. This is Kobin on the phone.
So as you can see, I've taken out my rifle in anticipation of what is about to happen.
A rifle part.
Yes, indeed.
See, the NRA springs through the door.
Yep.
With
all
balloons
of them.
and the entire NRA.
Every member of the NRA. So, but no, what eventually does happen is that Lisovsky decides to get all uppity and is going to take Archer hostage in a classic example of literary role reversal. when you are taken hostage by an enemy,
You don't have control over movement or anything,
Right.
but
you can press the A button if you're playing on the Xbox to sort of jostle your shoulders, which will throw, which will expose the enemy's head and a bit of their center mass that the other person can take them out.
it'll also twist them about 90 degrees, so
Yeah.
be aware of that. The police have just staged their raid on this bathhouse, as per our orders.
We're noting really quickly, it is important that you need to step through into this next room to start the event, then quickly jump back in, because
Yes,
guards
thank you.
will start entering the room. Excuse me, as soon as that happens. So,
This is a bit off schedule, what you're doing here, but it actually worked very well, so.
because usually only one person enters the room, 2 guys did this time, and one of them was right next to me, and I needed to take him out. So once I did, the other one noticed me, and I was able to just run over and handle the melee.
Right.
So our strategy here, the next room is filled with guards on the ground. So we
Very,
decided
very
to
scary.
take the pipe route. And we're
Okay.
gonna jump out the window. Kestrel's going first, and the Archer will follow. Make sure to hug the wall while you're going along here.
But do not walk up those stairs because they're lit.
Yep. And climb up this pipe. Now this pipe will take you all the way across the room without having to do with any of the guards.
And then you might be able to see it, I don't think you can actually, but there's a door on your right, which will be the next place you want to go, and you want to stay in the shadows as 2 guards come down this hallway. There's
Now,
another pipe.
the easiest way is to get on the pipe. The first person to go up in the pipe is going to drop down and take out the guy on the guy
In the back.
in the back. Yes. There you go, just like that.
We should note that you cannot shoot these guards. They're policemen, they're on our side, but they don't know that we're here and they're going to freak out and shoot us if they see us. So you're not allowed to shoot them, but you can knock them out.
And it is also important to note that on non-lethal targets such as these, you cannot take them hostage.
That's true.
Now this doesn't seem like a very important feature, but the only way to move a body from the location that you first attacked it is to take the character hostage, move them to somewhere less well lit, and then take them out there. You cannot do that with police officers. So
Yeah.
once you cross the room on the pipe, as you saw us do, just run in the elevator, doesn't matter whether you're spotted or not, and that will end the level.
Well, thank you so much for watching this LP. I hope you stick around for our next ones. We have 3 more levels. And have a nice day, I guess.
Yep, absolutely.